Okay, while we're waiting for parts, you know, for the 3D printed Heart box project, waiting for parts so we can show how to build it, someone asked whether I'd ever done the Heart box like you see in Lost in Space. I went, well, I've done them, but I hadn't done them 3D printed. So I thought, yeah, what the heck? We've already got most of it designed here. Why not go ahead and do that? You know, and basically, when you stop back and research it, Robbie was used in Twilight Zone's Uncle Simon in November of 1963. And then by May of 1964, he was used at the Brain Center at Whipple's. And at that point, he'd already been completely gutted and the 3 lights had been put in his place, which makes for a much quieter soundstage, as you can tell, less maintenance. I'm quite sure the original mechanics were getting to be a real problem to keep working. But anyway, they were removed, and as you can see, the body flipped upside down, which they always like to do, because normally that would be the top, but when you see the 3 lights, it's almost always in this position. And in order to backlight these in the real costume, since this was an inlay put right over the front, the lamps would be further back in. And in order to light the center one, that means a hole would have to be put there. So either they knocked out this whole area, or that came out with the mechanics, or they punched a hole in. At any rate, once they went to the 3 lights, that's the way Robbie stayed. Clear up till he was on display in Cars of the Stars at Marina Park. And then eventually when director William Malone got hold of Robbie, of course all that got to be rebuilt. Well, Fred Barton did a rebuild in there too while it was still Cars of the Stars. And by the time both guys were done with the rebuilds, he had a mechanical Heart box back. So this would be for the 1964 build of Robbie's Heart box. This video just wants you to leave a comment down below if it's something you're interested in making. Because again, I can go through and do a build video on this right away. I have the parts. I basically took pictures of this one while I made it. So if that's something that interests you, leave a comment, let me know, and I'll go ahead and shoot the video for that. And then just as soon as some jumbo LEDs that I have ordered for this project arrive, I have everything else, and we'll go ahead and do this build video. A lot of guys have also just asked about Robbie in general. I've made a lot of them. I started making Robbies back in 1978. Is that right? No, I've got the numbers reversed. I started making Robbies back in 1987. Both Bill Malone and Fred Barton were making them in the 70s. So I was late to the show. But I didn't have anything to work with. The very first one I built was literally a mixed media sculpture. It wasn't meant to be accurate. But the main kick I was getting out of it is I made sure that all the mechanics worked everywhere. The gyros, the mouth, everything. So
Stars empires take a week to crystallize properly.
So as you can see here, the voice tubes move randomly with the speech like you'd see in the movie. And basically after Forbidden Planet, you never really saw that happen again that way. From then on, it was always all of them on or all of them off. And once I became friends with director William Malone, Bill Malone, I made him a box that he could put in his Robbie so that the tubes would then move like they did in the movie again if he wanted, or they could all flash on and off at the same time, or they could stay on. I had a lot of different choices. But even on this one, I did the hopper can open. The full mechanics you saw there, like that. As you can see, you've got the full gyros up on top. You got the ears. You have your 4-way flasher, your beams is what they're really referred to. Then let's go down here. And this should be the wigwag. So you can trigger that, and then your sax valves. And then of course you work your way through the mouth, through the speech, and the heart box. You've seen all that. So if Robbie's something that you want more in depth, I can eventually do a video showing through the years all of the different Robbies that I made and how they progressed until they finally got to what I considered perfect, at least for me, and that's when I stopped. So Anyway, leave a comment below if you're interested in building the 1964 version of Robby's Heart box. That's really what this video is about. And if there's enough people interested, then I'll go ahead and do a video on it.